What is up, you guys? Namakan here, bringing you my perspective as to what everything is bringing us. And today we'll be talking about Dead Sara's self-titled debut, which was released on April 12th, 2012. It had some commercial success, but it did gain notoriety mainly in the underground scene. It reached number 16 on the Heat Seekers charts. The album was well received critically, with many praising the band blending hard rock with blues, punk, and alternative music all in one album. So, my awareness with Dead Sara was like many other people when the lead singer of the band, Emily Armstrong, was revealed to be the lead singer for Linkin Park. Linkin Park is one of my favorite bands of all time, so I was curious as to what Mike Shinoda saw in Emily, so I decided to check their self-titled debut album out. So let us go track by track on Dead Sara's self-titled album with Whispers and Ashes. When I first heard this song, it kind of threw me off as it sounded kind of soft for a supposed hard rock album. It's a nice song, don't get me wrong, but it is interesting that they started off with an alt rock song instead of a hard rock song. Next song is called We Are Called What You Say. Honestly, this song doesn't do it for me. It was one of the singles for the album, but man, what a weak song to choose as a single. It's another alt rock tinged song, but this time it's a lot more forgettable for me. Next song is by far the most popular song in the album, Weatherman. This song is the highlight of the album. We finally get an actual hard rock song, and it's a banger. We got to see the instrumentations at its fullest, along with Emily Armstrong at her absolute best with her vocal prowess. It's an absolute banger, and it's probably my favorite song in the album. Next song is called Dear Love. So the album was written by Emily Armstrong. She wrote all the lyrics. The composition was written by the entire band except for the last song, Sorry for It All, which was written by Emily and lead guitarist Susie Medley. Next song is called Monumental Holiday. The, the album was produced by Noah Shane. He produced many albums from famous musicians, more notably Skrillex, as he produced many of his early works. He also worked with a trade. Next song is called I Said You Were Lucky. So in order for Dead Sara to promote their debut album, they performed songs in Jimmy Kimmel Live. They also toured extensively. They also opened for many famous bands such as The Used, Chevelle, and Muse. Next song is called Face to Face. This is a slower track, but I feel the highlight in this song is not only Emily, but the bass guitar, as it's so well done by Chris Null. It makes for a feel-good, slower hard rock song. Next song is called Test on My Patience. I kind of feel for Emily Armstrong because I feel that in Linkin Park's new album, she was kind of restrained a little bit. It didn't feel like that album wasn't using most of her strengths as a vocalist. And this song is proof on how versatile she is. It's a nice song. One of my favorite songs on the album. The next song is called Time Blues. The song title doesn't lie. This is a song that does have a lot of blues rock elements. It's still a hard rock song, but the way they mixed a lot of blues rock elements was well done. It's another one of my favorites on this album. And the last two songs in the album were actually singles from the album. And they're also pretty good. Lemon Scent is a hard rock song, while the last song is Sorry for It All, a slow burn song. And like I said, it was performed by Emily Armstrong, and the composition was written by Emily Armstrong and Susie Medley. It is also the longest song in the album, going for almost 5 minutes. There are solid tracks, but Sorry for It All in particular didn't really stand out to me that much. So with it, so in conclusion, Dead Dead Sara is a pretty Dead Sara's debut album is pretty good. it's solid enough. There are some tracks that are kind of forgettable. They're kind of interchangeable. Some of my favorite tracks are Weatherman. Uh, let's see, yeah, Weatherman. The lead single was really good. Lemon Scent was another one. Dear Love, we and what Whispers in Ashes. Those were some of my favorite songs on the album. And so, my first impression with Dead Sara is it's pretty good. It's decent. I do see why Mike Shinoda chose her. She is a pretty versatile vocalist, but like I said, they the band didn't really utilize her to her strengths. Yeah, I'm be real. I'm be real with you. As a huge Linkin Park fan, I'm be real with you. From Zero is by far their worst album. Literally the worst album. The Yeah, Emily Armstrong was literally the least of her problems. I feel like she did the best she could. I feel like a lot of my problems was on Mike Shinoda, the lyrics, the production, the instrumentations being so basic. So, Dead Sarah's debut album gets a 3.5 out of 5. It's a pretty solid album, and I would say if you want Emily Armstrong at her best, I do think Dead Sarah's where it's at, as opposed to Linkin Park's From Zero. And so, for those of you that have heard Dead Sara Self-Titled album, did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and if you want to, you can also follow my Instagram, Backblock, and Letterboxd down in the description down below. And if you want to check out Dead Sara's debut album, I'll put the link. I'll put the link to it also in the description down below. This is Namicon. I'll see you guys next time.